Hello and welcome to Black Sheep Wools. I'm Lynne Rowe, I'm also known as the Wool Nest, and I'm here today with Christy, who's also known as Winwick Mum.
Hello, nice to see you. We're having a brew and a chat with our knitting and crochet, and you're very welcome to come and join us. And Lynn's about to tell me what it is that she started in that lovely green colour.
So what I'm doing here is, it's one of my mindful crochet projects, and I'm making a blanket in lots of lovely rainbow colours. I'm using the little Shapiest Katona minis and I'm fading them from light into dark. But the main reason that I use this granny square blanket as my mindful crochet project is that it's really repetitive. I don't need to have a pattern with me because once I got to grips with the granny square itself, it's just 4 rounds of the granny square and then I'm joining the blanket together on the final round. So it's a perfect mindful crochet project for that reason. When you want to choose a mindful crochet project or even a mindful knitting project, you just want a stitch that's repetitive, that's easy to remember and that really gets a good rhythm going so that you can become absorbed into the stitches, which is quite similar, I think, Christine, to what you're doing with your sock.
That's right, and I find that there's a perfect speed for me as well to be able to knit and let my mind be free, really. So for me, it's quite fast, particularly when I'm knitting a sock because I'm just going round and round. But some people like to be slower. A Buddhist friend of mine asked me why I wasn't going more slowly and more mindfully, thinking more about the stitches. But I think it's different for everybody, and I think it depends on what you want to get out of it as well. So sometimes for me, I just need to go fast, and it just lets me relax my mind. But then other times, I will go more slowly, and I'll think about what's in my hand, or I'll think about the stitches, and particularly if there's something with a more complicated stitch, then that frees your mind in a different sort of way.
Yes, it does, yeah. And I tend to go a little bit slower when I'm doing my mindful knitting. Like you say, it's like a personal thing, really. I like to sort of count what I'm doing. So when I put my hook in, I'll count 1 and then 2 and 3. So I use counting a lot to get me really focused on what I'm doing.
Right.
And that just then helps me to stop thinking about all the things that are running around my mind over and over again all of a sudden because I'm focusing on the counting.
Yes.
I've made a granny square and you think, oh gosh, 15 minutes has passed by and at least I've not had all of those sort of worries and things, passing through my head.
Yeah. But I don't know if you find that sometimes you still get the worries because they don't go away.
No, they
don't.
don't.
A lot of people think that mindfulness and meditation is all about making the worries and the thoughts go away, and in actual fact it's more like just observing them, like watching fish go past in a pond, isn't it?
Yes.
You see them come and then you see them go. You don't have to try and catch them and hold on to them. So having something in your hands to just keep pulling your mind back is really good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like, I always think of like a little dog that's yapping around your ankles, and all they want you to do is to tap them on the head and give them, give them a little bit of attention, and your thoughts are just the same.
Yes.
They're always kind of there, if you think of the little dog scenario, but if you just acknowledge them whilst you're doing your mindful knitting or crochet, you can go back to them at a later time. But it's the rest that you're getting from those thoughts that is the main benefit.
And you've got something productive going on, so you've got something to show for it at the end, haven't you?
Sometimes for me, I don't really care what it is that I'm working on. I make things, I have no idea what it's going to be, like this little sort of flowery crochet. I really don't know what it's going to be. I'm thinking, I could turn it into a mitten, couldn't I? Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. Or
make it bigger.
But just using that as a mindful crochet project, I really, really liked it because I love the colours. Really made me feel happy and calm.
The colours are important, aren't they? Because I noticed that you've got a rainbow colour scheme going on here, and I really love these blues that fade in and out of each other, and everything that we've got here, it's all about colours that are making us feel good, aren't they?
Yeah, Yeah. I think for me, in the past, I might not have really chosen to do a rainbow blanket because I always tend to go towards these sort of earthy, autumny
Right, yeah.
colours. But actually, I gave it a go. I thought, I need to use up my little minis, and what can I make with it? So I thought, well, I'll make a blanket. But I'm really enjoying these colours, the brightness,
They look
and
so
the way
good
that they
together,
just
don't they?
blend
it feels
together.
nice.
Even the pinks are not really a colour that I tend to use very often. So it is nice sometimes to kind of try and go out of your comfort zone just a little bit. Maybe have a project in colours that you're not necessarily always drawn to, and then see that when you are practicing mindfulness, whether you can warm towards.
Oh, that's a really good, because
those,
you would observe your feelings on how the
and
colours.
you'll have a different view of those colours because they will make you feel
Okay.
differently.
Oh, I've never really thought about doing that. Never really thought. I suppose it's because I knit so many socks and the colours come out of the ball as they are, which is really lovely for mindful knitting because you don't have to stop to put the stripes in. Even something like this, you don't have to join anything in. It just comes out of the ball as it is. So up until I was able to create these ones, and I'd always just use somebody else's colours rather than putting them together, and that's fine. If you like that, there are so many designers who've created blankets. I've got my Attic 24 blanket here. This is one of Lucy's packs, and she puts colours together beautifully, but then these colours go together beautifully. So you can either do it for yourself, or if you're not confident or comfortable, then there's lots and lots of choices and you just choose something that sings to you, don't you?
You do. What I tend to do is I tend to have a little play around with making little cards and then just see how the colours make me feel.
Yes, then
whether I feel
those.
that they're calming or whether they give me a little bit of inspiration or make me feel positive. And just have a little play around, and then you can choose. It gives you more confidence then to choose the right sort of colours for your project.
And I suppose if you're having a bit of a rubbish day, if you were able to get those out and have a look, then one of them might speak to you on that day and make you feel better. I think when we've spoken before about mindful knitting and crochet, then you've said it's about what a good idea it is to put your projects together while you're feeling good, so that on a day when you might not feel so great and you might just go for the gloomy colours that are not gonna lift your spirits.
Yeah. So if you plan ahead and have a little play around, maybe look into your stash and see, we've all got lots of yarn, lots of us have got lots of different colours to choose from, and there may be yarns in there that you've kind of discarded to one side, but have a look at them, spend some time just looking through your stash. That's what I do quite a lot actually, and it is a really nice way to spend an hour or so finding all these lovely colour combinations that are already there, but you just haven't put them together yet.
Yeah.
And then think about what you could make with the different colours and the different yarns that you've got, or if you're planning a project and you want to go and buy the yarns, then these will really help you to decide what colours to buy. And so if you've got different projects in a few different colour options that are already there waiting, you'll pick the one that today I feel like, working with these colours actually, that's how I feel today.
That's very like one of the things that Beth Sankorkil said when I came to one of the workshops that she ran here at Black Sheep, and I think you've got her book there.
I have actually. It is a fantastic book.
She talks about whips. One. Yes, that one. That's the one. Yes, I've got that one as well. She talks about whips, work in progress, and how it's good to have a few of them so that you're not necessarily just working with one. And some people like to finish one, and then they'll work on the next one. They don't always want to have lots of them on the go. But she was saying that in her opinion it's okay to have a few on the go so that you can just pick the one that speaks to you at the time. So I would always say to somebody, have a pair of socks, and then you can take it out with you wherever you are, because they're just the best. Waiting room, waiting time, waiting in the car, knitting in public, on long journeys project. As far as I'm slightly biased as far as I'm concerned, but then at home I've also got a jumper which I may finish one day, and I've got another crochet blanket on the go that I may finish one day. But they're there, and I can pick them up and drop them, and I don't feel in the least bit guilty about having lots of pairs of socks on the go, because they all just, there's a time when
Yeah.
it's right
It's
to pick
right,
up that one when
yeah,
you've got
I know
more
what you
time,
mean.
or you need to, that you feel the need to get a bit of speed up with plain knitting, or be a bit more mindful and knit more slowly with something with a pattern. But that's a really good book, isn't it?
Yes,
It
it
explains
is.
very well.
I think what Betsan started at Stitch Links a long time ago. I'm not even sure if it's about 10 years ago, but Betsan comes from a healthcare professional point of view. She's done a lot of research, so this book really does explain all about the benefits of mindful knitting.
Yes. And
Um,
you've worked with her as well, haven't
Yes,
you?
I have.
You've
We
written a book
did a
with
book
her.
together called Knit Yourself Calm. So basically it follows a little bit what you just said about having different projects on the go. So the book recommends that you have a portable project like socks are in the book actually, so that was perfect. But like you say, it's just something that you can always have with you.
Yeah.
And so if you're waiting for something like an interview or to see the doctor or, something that's causing you perhaps a little bit of anxiety, you've got your, you can turn to your knitting and it's there for you, and you can sit and by the time you've probably done a few rounds of your sock, you might be ready to go in, but at least you've not been sat getting all anxious and getting yourself.
Flicking on your phone, which doesn't.
Oh gosh.
There are moments to flick on your phone, aren't
There
there?
are, but
when you're feeling a bit anxious about
it can
something,
make
it's
it
not.
worse.
Because another thing that Betsan talks about in her books and at the workshop, and obviously you'll know a lot about, is the feel good hormones from actually doing the knitting or the crochet, and because it's in the centre of your body and it creates new neural pathways. So the more that you do it, the more comfortable and the more familiar, and the more you can switch that on very quickly. And that one of the things I feel every time I pick my sock up and I'm not feeling great, I just feel like I'm coming home.
Yes, it's like a safety net, isn't it? It's like a friend,
feels fantastic.
like an old friend. Yeah, it is.
You feel really good. That's everybody needs yarn and things in their bags, and it's lovely that there are so many choices as well. So you don't have to knit, you don't have to crochet. You can mix the two together, and you can also mix the complexity of the projects, can't you? Because I don't know where you've put it. We were getting our things out a minute ago, and it was one of your shawls, which is quite similar to this one.
Yes.
In that there's a more complex part at the bottom, and then the rest of it is just plain knitting. So you can have both within the same project.
You can,
and that's lovely the way that the yarn gradients. So you don't have to pick
do anything with this. You just follow a pattern, and the yarn changes colour on its own. It's a yarn cake. I'm pretty sure it's a Shaper's Whirl called Blueberry Bonbon. And it starts off with cream and then fades into this gorgeous deep navy. But just those colours are, fitting in nicely with my favourite colour card. So instead of buying lots of different yarn and then combining them all together, I just bought one yarn.
Yes, and having to try and sew ends in, which wouldn't be lovely on
No,
shawl.
not really, no. And then just added a few little beads on the cast off just to give it a bit of weight and a little bit of a pizzazz.
And what's lovely is that when you've finished it, then not only have you had the pleasure of choosing the yarn, the pleasure of knitting or crocheting, whatever it is, then you actually get to use it. So my blanket, for example, I use that for meditating in the morning. I wrap myself up in it, and it's a good weight, so it's nice. It feels like a hug. It's nice and heavy, and you'd be the same with any of the shawls. When you've wrapped it round yourself, it's very comforting, isn't it?
So you're getting the benefit while you make it.
Yes.
And then you're getting the benefit
when you wear it as well, and then if you choose to give it to somebody, then that's another benefit, isn't it?
And then also choosing the colour is another positive. So there's just lots through every stage of knitting and crochet. There are lots of mindful benefits.
Yes.
And positive sorts of responses within. So it's just perfect, isn't it?
I would think so. And one of the things about some projects is that I'm thinking about the Yarndale sock line that I organise every year, is that people will choose yarn and a pattern to create a pair of socks that then we then give away at the end of the Yarndale Festival. So creating something to give to somebody. There's a lot of charity knitting goes on, isn't there? You know, with for hospitals, prayer shawls, people that are being comforted. It's that comforting thing again, isn't it? And I know that with the socks that we give away, they're given to people who are in hospices or they're homeless, and to actually put a pair of socks on that somebody's knitted for you, even if you're never going to know them and they might only last for 3 weeks because you're living rough, then to have been given something that somebody has made for you is a very powerful thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think in the Knit Yourself Calm book, that was one of the chapters as well, was gift knitting and charity knitting. Like you say, you can make things for premature babies, small children, refugees, homelessness. You know, lots of charities really trying hard to encourage people to knit and make things that will help and benefit somebody else, really. And if you can do that, I just think it's just kind of makes you feel really happy.
And you're also part of a community, aren't you? Even if you're not able to leave the house, but very often for whatever reason, if you're knitting or crocheting something to then give to somebody else because you're sending it to a charity or you're sending it as part of a project, or even if you're gifting it to somebody that you know, then that keeps you within a community, doesn't it? Which is very important.
It does. I think that's one of the things. Another sort of mindful aspect of knitting and crocheting is that you can join in with other people, and you know, there's lots of loneliness. Lots of people do live on their own, or feel quite isolated, they're not able to get out and about. But with the power of the internet now, you can join virtual groups as well and become part of the community. Again, like you say, that might just be to knit for yourself and just to chat with other people. You know, or it might be to make things for charity as well.
And sometimes it's just being able to even scroll through the posts and see what other people are doing. If you don't feel that you want to be part of the conversation, you can still look and then still feel that you're part of what's going on. Because not everybody gets to come to a knit and natter. The knit and natter's going on at Blacksheepwools here this morning.
Yes, it's very
busy,
isn't it? Yeah, there's lots
of people here this morning, but not everybody gets that. Not everybody has a local yarn shop or a pub or a community centre or a library with an active knitting group. So to find any way of being part of the community is really important.
Yeah, you can. There's lots of Facebook groups, isn't there? And
there are lots of Facebook groups.
Yes, you have one, don't you? Actually, for your socks.
Yeah.
And they're nice to dip in and out of. You do, like you say, you do very much feel part of the community. So yeah, there's lots of options for knit groups that don't necessarily need to be face to face. But you know, have a look locally if you can, because you know, there might be a local knit group that you don't know about.
Oh, that's right.
You know, and I know it's quite nerve-wracking going to something new, but if you contact the person who's running it beforehand and maybe tell them that you're going to come along, then they know you're coming. It makes it a little bit easier.
That's a good idea.
It does. Rather than just turning up and not knowing how anything works, do you need to pay, or you know, it all kind of starts you worrying, doesn't it? All these questions.
Even before you get there, you need to.
You do. You'll be ready for a little sit and a chat.
I don't tend to get much knitting done when I go to a knitting natter. I spend all my time unravelling because I'm too busy chatting.
I do as well. I've not really been for a while, but yeah, I usually chat too much and then have to undo.
So if somebody wanted to start mindful knitting or crochet, and it doesn't matter, does it, which either, because there's benefits in both of them and also benefits in watching, so it's a good excuse to do it out in public, then what would you say is the best thing to do to get started?
I think to get started, I would read up a little bit about the benefits of mindful knitting, which, you know, this is a good book by Beth San, but also you can just buy regular magazines. I don't buy them every month, but these sorts of magazines,
these are good.
which are about
mindfulness. There's a teenage version of this.
There is actually,
which is very good.
Because all of the articles in here and the different exercises that it suggests, you can actually do all of those whilst you're knitting or crocheting. So you can apply everything that you read in these books.
Yes. And there are sections in this book as well where you can write and say how you're feeling and just keep notes really.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing to do, isn't it? Particularly if you know that you're prone to feeling sad, then if you can write happy things and you can go back and remember that you were happy at one point, because it will come back again.
Yeah, often when I do my workshops, we write down how we feel before we've started the practice of mindful knitting or crochet, and then we think about how we feel afterwards and whether we do feel calmer, more relaxed. So it is good to make notes about how you're feeling.
And would you say? I mean, obviously, I'm going to say that socks are the ideal project. What would you say?
I think for crochet,
Choose one of those.
a really simple stitch like a granny square blanket or a corner to corner stitch, just something that's really, really repetitive and has a rhythm that suits you as an individual. Because with crochet and with knitting, one person may prefer a treble crochet, for example, whereas another person might prefer the rhythm of a double crochet. So it's a good idea to practice the different stitches with knitting and crochet and just see which gives you the best rhythm.
It's that thing to do with speed again, isn't it? And it might suit one person. So my Buddhist friend who says, "Oh, well, this is why Buddhists chant and do it more slowly," whereas I said I need to get a particular speed because that's what works for me.
So if you count whilst you're to help you focus on what you're doing, counting is good, counting the actions or counting the stitches. So it's just about finding the right stitch for what you want to do, whether it's counting, saying a mantra over and over, or whether you can just watch your hands and that's enough for you to focus.
And this isn't something that you need to do all the time, is it? So we're not saying that all knitting projects or crochet projects now have to be mindfully created. It might just be something that you might just spend 20 minutes on.
Yeah. Because to focus that hard on something, you can't really do that for more than about 20 minutes. So if you want to just then watch the television and not worry about the mantra, then that's fine as well, because that has benefits. But to do mindfulness in the crochet with that focus on the here and now, you probably, I tend to find 20 minutes is really enough for me. It really helps me, and it seems to be a good time.
It's an optimum time for all kinds of things, isn't it? 20
It
minutes
is,
works really well.
Yeah, and there are some, if you can't knit or crochet, there are some videos that I did with Blacksheep earlier for showing you how to do the basic crochet stitches, so that can help. Or you can just look generally on the internet to learn how to knit or crochet.
Yes.
Or go to a class.
Go to class. Once you can knit a cove and you can knit a sock.
Then you'll be well away with your mindfulness.
Socks.